Imagine a quiet North Carolina morning shattered in seconds by a deafening impact, a towering fireball, and a jet lying in pieces at the end of a runway used by NASCAR teams and Fortune 500 companies. Multiple people are dead, the airport is shut down, and investigators are racing to piece together what went wrong in those final seconds before the crash. Today's video breaks down everything known so far about the deadly business jet crash at Statesville Regional Airport in Iredell County. The timeline, the conditions, the questions investigators are asking, and why this small regional airport is suddenly at the center of national attention. Watch until the end, because the most important details are the ones that are still missing. On the morning of December 18th, a Cessna C550 business jet crashed at Statesville Regional Airport, about 45 miles north of Charlotte in Iredell County, North Carolina. Officials say the plane went down near the end of a runway and erupted in a large fire, sending thick smoke into the air as first responders rushed to the scene. Iredell County Sheriff has confirmed there were fatalities, but has not released how many people were on board or how many were killed, saying that information is still being verified. The crash was violent enough that debris and wreckage forced the airport to shut down indefinitely while crews worked and investigators secured the site. Statesville Regional Airport is a city-owned regional airport that handles corporate aviation and is regularly used by Fortune 500 companies and NASCAR race teams. It sits at a strategic crossroads near Interstates 77 and 40, making it a key hub for private jets and business travel in the region. The aircraft involved was a Cessna C550, a twin-engine business jet used widely for corporate travel and charter operations. Records and reporting link the plane model to business and sports use, and online discussion has already noted that jets of this type are often associated with high-profile owners, though authorities have not confirmed the passenger list for this flight. In the first hours after the crash, even basic details like whether the jet was landing or had just taken off were not completely consistent between early accounts. Some reports described the plane crashing while landing around 10:20 a.m., while others said it went down shortly after takeoff around 10:15 a.m., reflecting how chaotic the immediate aftermath of a crash can be. Local outlets and national wires agreed on a few key points. There was a Cessna C550. It crashed at Statesville. There was a large fire, and multiple fatalities were confirmed but not counted publicly yet. At the same time, online communities began sharing images, video, and unconfirmed details, from fireball photos to speculation about who might have been on board. Video and photos from the airport show flames burning near scattered wreckage, with emergency vehicles stretched along the runway and firefighters working to control the blaze. Responders from multiple departments, including local fire, EMS, and rescue teams, converged on the crash site as smoke rose from the remains of the jet. Officials said the impact happened at or near the end of a runway, suggesting the jet may have overrun, undershot, or lost control close to touchdown, though they have not speculated publicly on the exact sequence or cause. With debris spread across the area, the airport director warned that clearing the runway and securing the scene would take time, keeping the facility closed until further notice. Weather at the time of the crash reportedly included drizzle and clouds over the region, which can reduce visibility and complicate landings even for experienced crews. While light precipitation alone usually does not cause a jet to crash, it could be one factor among many in a chain of events that investigators will carefully reconstruct. Airports like Statesville handle a mix of visual and instrument approaches, and in marginal weather, pilots rely heavily on their instruments, procedures, and communication with air traffic control. One of the key questions for investigators will be what the pilots were seeing, hearing, and dealing with in the cockpit in the final minutes of the flight. The Federal Aviation Administration and the National Transportation Safety Board have both been called in, with the NTSB taking the lead on the crash investigation. Their teams will document every piece of wreckage, examine the engines, analyze flight data and cockpit voice recorders if available, and review maintenance records and pilot qualifications. Investigators will also interview witnesses, collect radar and communication data, and study weather reports to build a second-by-second timeline of what happened. Early on, officials are often careful not to jump to conclusions, and it can take months before a full probable cause report is released to the public. This crash is drawing global attention not only because of the tragic loss of life, but also because it happened at an airport often used by major companies and NASCAR teams, raising questions about whether any high-profile individuals were involved. FAA records and media summaries have noted links between the aircraft model, business jet ownership, and sports figures, fueling intense speculation on social media and forums even before authorities confirm identities. For now, officials have not publicly released passenger names or a final death toll, and some online posts are repeating unverified claims. So viewers should be cautious about believing or sharing rumors until investigators and local authorities provide confirmed updates. What is certain is that multiple families are grieving tonight, and a community is in shock around a small airport suddenly turned into a disaster scene. As this story develops, more details will emerge about who was on board, what the jet was doing, and what went wrong in those final moments over the runway in Iredell County. Updates from the NTSB, FAA, and local officials will slowly turn today's confusion into a clearer picture of cause and accountability. If you want breakdowns of major breaking news stories like this that cut through the chaos, hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and share this video so more people see the confirmed facts instead of just speculation. Drop a comment with your thoughts, but keep it respectful. Real people lost their lives in this crash, and their families are living this nightmare right now.